This is day 35 or 36. I'm pretty sure it's 35 without the covert narcissist in my life. And truth be told, I'm on my way to my visit with my son this morning, or to pick him up. We were supposed to switch days, but my lawyer never confirmed with me on it, so I'm just hoping and praying I didn't miss one yesterday and that it is this morning. And having a lot of freaking anxiety, a lot of just I guess it's the CP or the PTSD or Cptsd, whatever they want to call it. But man, it's just, shit's a bitch. It really is. I mean, I wish I didn't have to be around her at all. I mean, it's just, I wish the courts could understand what it's like for something like this. But you know, when you're a man and you're saying something like this, I can see where they're coming from, is just being, you know, maybe somebody's just saying something and trying to get their way, but it's not that way. I mean, and they should be more open-minded than just thinking, you know, that way. But I don't know, I just really am having a lot of trouble this morning. I'm actually leaving like 20 minutes early just to try to get there, and I don't know. I don't want to leave anything to chance, but I've got to do something with this PTSD. I mean, I am taking steps. I'm working on it. I don't know. It's just a slow process, and I don't know. I just really have a lot of anxiety. I have a lot of doubts and fears and stuff that's going through my head right now. I really hate being around her. And the other thing I kind of journaling a little bit this morning is my son, he's not the same as he was when I was around him. And I know a lot of that is because, you know, probably because of the separation, the divorce, or no, we've been divorced for a while, but we tried living together and stuff. There's just, I know that's got to weigh on him. And the other is, you know, and I'm sure that's a good 40% of it, but the rest of it is just his mom putting shit in his head, you know, and his older brother and sister, they're the flying monkeys that were around her in the house, you know. That was just a constant, and they would always pick on him because he was more of a daddy's boy than anything, and he wasn't really a mama's boy at all. In fact, he really didn't like her that much, him or her other son, which is her biological son, and just my stepson. He's still my son. And that's something else that bothers me. I wish I could get some of the, you know, them boys on my visits too, because but anyway, damn it, I hate this crap, man. It really does weigh on you, and then you feed into it yourself. You get down on yourself, and it's just a pain. But oh yeah, but you know, they're pushing him all the time to go along with the program, and they did that crap there at the house. And you know, when I was there, I could be the, you know, the little Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder, be like, man, you don't have to do that if that's not what you want to do. You know, be who you want to be, think what you want to think. And that just never flew with them, and because that would upset their balance with her, and then, you know, shit rolls downhill. Man, I've got such a knot in my stomach. But I'm hoping that they're here. And you know, I was thinking about that the other day too, and he's in a bad spot because he gets to see me 4 times a month, and so far this is going to be the second time since I've left, the second time in 35 days that I've got to see him and actually talk to him. And if it was up to her, I would only be getting supervised, but that's one thing the judge did do. He allowed me a full day's visit. But you know, he just had all this stuff fed to him, and the people around her that she's been pumping and priming for evidently 2 months, she's been talking about, she's been before it come out in court and everything, or it did come out in court, that she'd been already thinking about leaving for a couple months. Well, that was telling me, about the discard, and there for a couple months, I could tell that there was something going on, and that's what she was saying in court. She was wanting to leave because I was getting upset. Well, I was getting upset because of constantly trying and not getting anywhere, and just, I'm sure y'all understand what that's about, It wasn't upset at anything other than just, what the fuck is going on here? I'm sorry for my cussing again. My head is not right now, and it's gonna have to be for my visit, and I'm sure once it's over with and he gets in the car and everything, I'll settle out. But I may even introduce you and just let him say hi to you and everything. I don't know, because I don't want to expose that I have a YouTube channel either and have her get on it. But because it's not under my real name. But she works at a gas station, and that's one thing she's used to her advantage, is being able to use the cops and everything that come in there and talk to them. She's been priming everybody, and you got all these people that are supposedly upstanding people, and they're talking to him and they're doing all this and doing all that. Well, he's hearing the same shit from all these people. I mean, what are you expecting to do? He's got to go along with it to fit in, especially when the judge is telling him, you can't be with your dad right now because, for one, you just said he's a violent guy, and your mom is saying he's violent. So, I can understand completely where that comes in, but I don't understand how they can be so blind. Oh man, my gut is just wrenching. Y'all do that? Do you get where you're just all tightened up and your brain just tries to go everywhere but where it needs to be, and you can't focus, and it's just all kinds of crap. I'm even starting to get a little shaky, I can feel it coming. I think it's that adrenaline, you just get that adrenaline rush, and there for a long time, that's what I had to live off of. And I forgot what this feeling was like, until I'm in it. You can remember, oh yeah, I had an anxiety attack, and you can remember kind of how bad it was and the intensity, but the feeling itself is something that fades from you, or it does for me. And I realized this morning when I had that feeling come on to me, how horrible it is and how bad I was living in that. I mean, that was an everyday feeling for me. And I am blessed now to think that, I don't feel that anymore. I don't have to feel that except for now, and I don't even have to do it now, and I'm trying to figure out how not to. But I've got to be strong for my son, and, I'll do what I have to pull it together, I did it when I lived with her, and I'll do it again, but, I can't not be this way all the time, You gotta let this stuff work itself out. You can't fight it. Oh, man. But I went to a wedding last night, and that was a pretty good event, and it is actually relaxing, and despite everything that's going on. I'm seeing if they're here. I don't see them yet. I'll be so pissed if she screwed me over again, and that's what she wants. She wants me to be mad. Last time the visit went, she had me running all over the country chasing her down just to try to get my son. Well, I wasn't really running all over the country. We were supposed to meet at her house, and she didn't do that, and then she called and said we had to meet somewhere else, or one of my stepsons said we had to meet somewhere else. But I'm here now, waiting. We're at the police station. So I'm probably going to get off here pretty shortly, especially if I see him pull up. I'm like 10 minutes early. That's just the way I am. Heart's just pounding so bad. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off here, and I actually have been running my audio recorder on my phone all day whenever we have visits, which hopefully today is Sunday, and hopefully they show up and we're able to go to church, because I'd really like him to go to church with me. And I won't have to record that because, you know, we're going to be around a lot of people, and that's something that won't be an issue. But oh my gosh. Okay.